Welcome to Coffee and Candor. This is Ross,
Brandy,
Amber,
and Chris. And today we're talking about Gabby Petito.
That poor girl's dead, you know.
Oh, I think so too. Yeah, this is Amber's baby. But
this is the
she's taking notes right now.
Yeah. They were engaged, weren't they? They hadn't married yet.
Yeah,
the engaged couple that
she's
was
a social media influencer.
That was
so she's unemployed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, she's supposed to be
they were doing like a cross-country vacation thing with one of the camper van.
Now I heard
type
somebody
of deals.
said they've been doing that for 2 years.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
They had been going around talking about the van.
She may have been doing
Instagram.
a travel thing on her
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So she went missing.
His name is Brian Laundrie.
Yeah. She's 20. Okay.
What was so funny?
I don't know, just like the fact that it's not Landry, it's Laundry.
Mm-hmm. I know when I was looking at that, I'm like, it's probably like Landry and I'm going to say laundry on the air, but then I heard other people say laundry. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to screw it up.
I'm not going to make a fool of myself. Oh my God.
Let's see.
I know there's been a video released recently. It was dash cam footage.
Where he was.
I watched
some
that.
officers pulled over. That had pulled him over. Well, they were both in the van, and apparently somebody had called that they were having some kind of domestic.
Yeah,
dispute.
someone saw them fighting inside the van because they were actually driving down the road.
Oh my God!
Someone saw them, and so they called the police. The police went to pull them over. When Brian started to pull over, he hit the curb, and they're like, "Okay, what's going on here?"
Hold on. When y'all say van, I saw this thing. This isn't like a. Everybody needs to understand. This isn't like some panel van. This is a camper. This is.
It's like a camper van.
It's a van that has been modified to be a camper. There's different places. There's a website called Outdoorsy. You can actually go on it's not a website, it's an app called Outdoorsy. You can actually go on this app and you can rent them. I ran into a couple.
Because to me, it looked like one of those that's like one size bigger than the full size panel van. Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was that big.
It wasn't that big. It was a smaller one. It was like the Ford Transit, the smaller version.
Yeah, I follow several people on TikTok that they live in their vans and they have little modified kitchens and they travel.
Right, but what I was getting to was this isn't like they're
loaded or
cruising around in a 1988 panel van.
No.
This is some nice shit that they've got.
Yeah,
they probably, unless they built it themselves, they probably have rented this from somebody or
paid for it to be converted.
That was her van. And
was it her van? So they probably had somebody convert it.
Someone said that she
I think it is a Ford Transit.
She's scared to drive it, so he does. I know that doesn't make sense.
Right?
Why
would you do
van?
Right?
Okay.
Anyway,
that is a Ford Transit. I didn't
Chris,
see this
I actually
first
ran
part.
into a couple. We were
that's weird. Why would you
some
choose
stuff
to
down
do
on
something
Dickie
like
Stevens
that
parking
and then
lot.
not?
And I ran into a couple that had pulled up there, and they were asking us, because we work for the city. They were asking us, "Hey, is it okay if we park here and walk our dog?" I said, "Well, the city actually owns this lot." I said, "There's something going on right now, but if you park over here where you're at, out of the way, I don't think there'll be an issue. You're just taking a break for a minute and walking your dog." And we got to talking. And it was one of the Mercedes vans, like Amazon uses.
Right.
And they had rented it. The husband had survived cancer, and they were doing like a 2 or 3 month trip across the country, just seeing the sights and all this. And they actually opened the door and were showing us had a bed, had a little kitchenette. Had a bathroom in it.
Nice. So, see, when I had seen that video, I didn't catch the very first part of it where they were walking up along the side. It's not dash cam, it's body cam.
Oh, yeah.
And what I had seen was the back part where they've got the ladder that goes up and shit like that. Yeah. But no, that's a normal size van.
Okay, so to start from the beginning.
Okay.
This guy and girl were doing a cross-country trip, camping and stuff, and he had shown back up in Florida, driving her van
by himself.
That's not suspect at all.
With no, did he ever provide
he hasn't said anything.
So he just shows up with her property with her
missing
and doesn't go I left her XYZ.
No, what he did was he got there.
The only thing they've said is the lawyer made a statement saying there will not be any statements.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What he did,
Basically, he's been doing the whole, wasn't me.
well,
He hasn't even said that.
what he did was he showed up in Florida with her property without her and immediately got a lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Which
not
seems
problematic.
suspect.
I've got some more information on
He
that.
was actually
So,
dodging the police for the first little bit. Like, wouldn't answer the door, and
I wouldn't either.
So that was August 25th. August 12th is when someone called and said there was an altercation between some people. The
So
police
2
pulled
weeks
them over.
after the altercations when he showed back up home? Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I watched the body cam footage, and they pull up, and she's just bawling and is hysterical, and they pull her out of the van, separate them so they could
that
talk.
was the video you just had up.
But
Yeah.
really, ultimately, they kind of backed off. Both of them kind of backed off a little bit to where it wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah, well,
Then when they were talking to the officers, it was they kind of like,
she was like, I just have really bad anxiety and
I'm
things have been
stressed
getting to
out
me, and I've been
and-
trying to get this started, and blah, 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 blah.
And
You
of
know,
course, he
she's-
was trying to,
And he's
it's
like,
just an argument.
okay.
It was everything's cool.
I'm gonna put you to the back of my police car so you can get in the air conditioner, calm down, we'll get you some water.
And that was her?
Yeah, we're gonna go talk to him. So they pull him out of the van, and he said they'd been arguing and all this stuff, and
He was
he's
really
got
trying to
scratches
mitigate.
on
Yeah,
his
he
face,
did.
on his arm.
Yeah.
He said she was slapping him while he was driving. That's why people called.
Saw.
So in between somebody calling and the police, I mean, there's got to be some time between that.
Yeah.
She's just welling on him. And then ever since I saw that video, I was like, okay, maybe, I started like second guessing,
Yeah.
but still, you show up with somebody that's supposed to be with you and you don't say anything, and then,
That's not...
yeah. So that was August 12th. August 25th is when he showed back up in Florida.
Now, wait a minute.
Between
Okay,
this-
the night of the August 12th, if I'm correct, the police separated them and he slept in a hotel and she slept in the van.
They said,
right?
we have a hotel for him. You stay with your van. Y'all are going to be separated for the night.
Okay.
Do not text each other. Do not call. No good night text.
Everybody
nothing.
just needs to cool down.
And you can pick this up in the morning.
Yeah.
Which that
So-
seems smart of the cops. I mean, that was...
So I didn't hear anything between the 12th and the 25th. But then I heard that he had flown back, I think the day after the 12th, so on the 13th, he had flown back to Florida to help his dad move some stuff in or out of a storage unit.
Okay.
And then he flew back.
To meet with Gabby?
Yeah.
That
Oh, I
seems
hadn't heard
seems
that.
weird.
Okay.
that seems expensive.
Yeah,
And
that's
then-
I mean,
Be like,
he
why
couldn't
don't
have
you
found
just
somebody
hire
local.
someone? Yeah.
And then later on I heard that apparently he had talked with his parents, said him and Gabby had broken up. She had been living with them.
Oh, while he
Yeah.
was back
They-
in Florida,
They
so
were
they had
both
broken up.
living with
Yeah.
his parents
Yeah. In Florida.
before they started traveling.
Yeah.
What I heard was he told his dad we've broken up and stuff, and he flew back to Florida, and him and his dad cleaned out Gabby's stuff from the house and put it in storage.
Oh, yeah, that's not problematic at all.
Oh,
So
wow,
I don't know
okay.
if these stories are true.
Right.
We don't know yet. It's just what we've heard.
Here's something nobody's talking about. That is her van. Is registered and belongs to her. Something tells me she didn't give him permission to take it, so he's also guilty of grand theft auto, as it turns out.
I don't know how they'd look at that because they're not
Also-
legally,
Also, he
Married.
took that.
but they are
Right.
in a relationship, in a
But-
committed relationship. So I don't know
But
how
they're
they'd
but
look
they're
at that.
not married.
No, they're
and,
not.
And he took that vehicle from that location without her permission
But
and
they-
took it across state lines.
But they would
which makes
probably
it
have to
federal.
have somebody report it as stolen
Right.
since he is
Yeah.
engaged to her.
Maybe.
Somebody would probably have to have reported it as stolen. They couldn't just take it up and go, yeah, we're going to charge you with this.
But he is guilty of it. That,
True.
That,
no, I
that,
mean, I
that and
yeah.
murder.
Especially
Okay.
if she's already dead.
This is the really, really weird part. August 13th, so this is the day after the altercation in the van. Mm-hmm. They were seen at a bar called Woody's. I think I've seen it called something else in another thing. They were at a bar, at a restaurant, something.
Yeah.
At that exact same bar, the other mystery you've seen in the headlines occurred. Kaylin Schultz and Crystal Beck were at the same bar
Yep.
that same day they were, and were later found murdered at their campsite nearby.
So
Yeah.
here's my theory. And it's really awesome. I think that during the midst of their 2-year gallivanting around the country, she realized that he was a serial killer.
Okay.
And
Hey,
Wonder how many dead bodies are on
stranger things have happened.
Well, here's the thing.
Exactly.
Stranger things have happened.
I was wanting to pull up her Instagram account because I think that was her social media of choice, and it pulled up
404 error.
no, it pulled up a community that's like dedicated to her, and it's like just like blurbs. We want answers. He's not missing. He's hiding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not missing.
Yeah, he hasn't disappeared.
He didn't get
Florida local tells that Bryan Laundrie search area is infested with alligators.
Oh.
That's like the Florida version of I got some pigs.
That is correct.
So,
And we all know what I got some pigs means.
Yep.
the police are saying, as of, what's today?
Today is September
18th.
the 18th.
As of yesterday, the police say there is no connection to the double murder, which is funny because they don't even know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, no
with this.
shit.
Yeah.
So they don't have.
So how would they know there's no connection?
And also, as of yesterday, Bryan Laundrie is now missing.
I also need
In
to
hiding.
for legal reasons. I didn't accuse him of being a serial killer just for defamation reasons. I said that's my theory.
You will crack me up. You will totally say the names of people in this motherfucking town, but you're worried some random yahoo on the other side of the country that ain't ever going to hear about us is going to sue you for defamation of character.
Yeah, but if I say some random asshole's name that's here in town, you can bet your sweet ass that I know what I'm talking about and it's true. And I don't know that he's a serial killer. I said that's my theory because you can say whatever you want about somebody, but you can't lie about them.
Okay.
That's the law.
Let's see.
Well, saying
What
you have
day
a theory isn't lying.
Yeah, no, that's why I said I want to make it clear that that was just a theory, allegedly for entertainment purposes only.
Okay, I was wrong. I think I said he got home at August 25th. That was wrong.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure what day he
Yeah,
actually got back to
there's
Florida.
been some flip flopping on timelines and stuff because
this says all contact had stopped August 25th.
with Gabby.
Right.
Yes.
And they said she would call several times a week, text them. She was always sending them pictures, keeping them updated.
Well, and didn't they get text after that?
Yeah, they said there was one last text from Gabby's phone to her mom on August 30th. All it said was no signal in Yosemite, and the mom thought that was very short. It wasn't like Gabby.
Yeah, it wasn't like her to
I
be
guess
so
she was kind of
short.
long-winded, or
Well, think
But it
about
just
like
said-
Alexis. She would never send you just the deets information. There'd always be something, you know.
oh yeah, she's like, I got tea. I got to call you.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Can anybody find what day he actually got home?
Hold on.
Because so August 30th, they were still
When did
supposed to still be traveling. Okay, so that place I said, the
That
bar was Woody's. Down here they talk about that other place, the Moonflower. That's what it
Okay.
was. Just keep the tops originated. Okay, so apparently
Okay, it's-
one of the other women that was murdered.
Laundrie drove the Ford Transit van back to Florida on September the 1st.
Okay,
Okay.
so then he sent
Yeah.
he sent that the day before or 2 days before he got back, or somebody sent.
that text.
Yeah, 30th. Would that be the last day or
No, it'd be
second
2
to last?
days.
Yeah, August
Be 2 days.
31st.
Yeah.
So can you get from where were they in Utah
Utah, I think, was the last.
You'd be driving
place.
around the
In
clock.
how many days?
to?
Too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it'd be
I mean,
around the clock.
that's a
drive.
hell of a drive.
Yeah.
I mean,
And we know that she didn't drive the van. So it's not like she could spell him and they could take turns
yeah,
driving.
that's. I mean, from Colorado Springs to here is 1,000 miles. Utah is on the west side of Colorado.
Plus all the way down to Florida.
And yeah, and another 300 or 400 miles to Florida. I don't know where in Florida they lived, but I'd call that 2,000 miles. Motherfucker, that's a hell of a drive.
There was also somebody. What'd you say? There was a TikTok user that said they gave him a.
Here, I got a.
They saw him hitchhiking and gave him a ride.